Hey everybody, this is Navi07 coming at you with another battle with this versus Wieve9999 from Pojo. He's a member of Team Guardian like I am. He leads off with the Omega, I lead off with Rubberneck. I go for Iron Head, I flinch, he switches out. Goes out into his Vaporeon, I Iron Head again. Doesn't do that much. He gains leftovers recovery. And I switch out, I go into Batman. He uses Surf, does a little under half, and then leftovers. Here I see I can live another hit, so I went ahead and I go for the taunt, so that he can't wish. He uses Surf, and he gets a crit. Down goes Batman. He gains more leftovers, and now he's at full HP, I think. I go into Raichu, he switches out. I go for Nasty Plot. Here I'm hoping he doesn't carry Ice Shard, so I go with Grass Knot. And it KOs Mallow Swine. Down it goes. Next he sends in his Poo, or Shaman. I thought I'd outspeed it, but I don't, and he uses Earth Power. But Raichu is Beast, and I live it with 18 HP and use Hidden Power Grass. Or Hidden Power Ice. And KO the Shaman. Shaman goes down. I died due to Life Orb. And now he brings in his Gold Jackal, aka Lucario. I send in Blastoise. He goes for a Swords Dance, and I go for Surf. Does a little, about half. He uses close combat. I stay in thinking that I would survive a close combat, but I don't, and I go down. Next I send in Rubberneck again to scare him away. He sends in his Dusknoir. I use U-turn predicting the switch to see what he would switch into. I go into Blaze. He gains leftovers, and I use Substitute. He uses Earthquake, and then I see I don't want to stay in this matchup. So my sub fades. He gains leftovers, and he's at full HP I think right now. I switch out into Articuno, predicting the Earthquake again. I use Toxic, just so that I can get this thing out in 8 turns. He uses Will-O-Wisp. I use Ice Beam. Does an okay chunk and uses Ice Punch. I gain leftovers and he gains, and I take burn damage. He takes leftovers and takes toxic damage. He switches out, goes into his Vaporeon while I use Ice Beam. Does nothing at all. And I'm hurt by burn. I predict the Protect, so I go for Roost. Back at full health. I take burn damage, and now he takes leftovers. I use Toxic, but I miss, and he gets Surf off. But I take it fairly well. I take burn damage after leftovers, and he protects again while I go for another Toxic. I gain leftovers, take burn damage, and he switches out, goes into his Gold Jackal. I Roost. Now here I get in my mind that he would Swords Dance, so I switch into Rubberneck. He goes for the Swords Dance, but I Trick here, thinking that he would have to go for the Swords Dance again if I use Trick. And this just screws me over completely because now he's faster than everything I have. He has a Swords Dance and is stuck in close combat. So down goes Rubberneck. I bring in Articuno, which is obviously gonna faint to a close combat. And down goes Articuno. And I bring in Blaze to die. Good battle. Wieve9999 was very fun. Hoped you guys enjoyed the battle, and I hope to see you next time. This is NaviSay07, and I am out.